This week's episode of the Living Outrageously podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. For a 100% free audiobook of your choice, visit audibletrial.com/LOP. Yo, 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 3, 2, 1.
Dudes, welcome to the Living Outrageously podcast. This is the show where we teach you how to stop living a boring life and start living outrageously. My name's Dave Thompson, that is Matt the freaking man Kelly, and this is the show for creative, passionate, and intelligent people who want to make their dent in the universe. Matt Kelly, impossible is an opinion. Dude, we're just making it rain. What is up? You did well. You did well to get here tonight.
Dave Thompson, here is my logic. When you move into a new house and you don't have internet, you find internet. If that requires that you put on a hoodie and sneak into a house to do it, you do it and you make it happen. So I've done it. I've snuck into a house. I've done it because I could not miss the epic, outrageous, amazing content that you have packaged up in a neat little package for everybody tonight. This is exciting. This is amazing. And I should probably clarify that when I say I stuck into someone's house, don't sue me because it's actually my parents' house and they left the door open.
Oh, you didn't need to end the last line, Matt Kelly. It was a great story until then.
I feel like I'm a bit of a fraud here, Dave. I feel like I'm not that guy. Do not sue me. Do not call 000-911 or whatever the emergency phone number is in your city. It's okay. It's okay.
And you shouldn't have told us that. Everyone thought you were a complete badass. Anyway, the content for today is super exciting, and you really did have to break into a house. It was worthwhile doing so.
Absolutely.
Various people have talked about this concept, but today we're putting our LOP spin on it. Matt Kelly, is excitement the new productivity?
Dave Thompson, I say yes. I say yes.
I also say yes.
Excitement is the new productivity. And there's just before we go hard in it, there's one point I want to make, and that is that if you're not excited about something, how can you put in all of your A-grade effort, your amazing ability into it? How can you really care if you're not excited about it? But more on that, because Dave, we had an amazing video posted about us this week.
Oh, dude, how out of control was Pryor's video? So, if you don't remember, a couple of episodes back, we put the challenge out. We were like, okay, it was the season opener, wasn't it? To kick the season off, we're going to ask people to put together a video about what they've loved about the LOP in season 1, throw it on the Facebook, put it on the YouTube, put the link on our Facebook, and the winner will receive a extraordinary prize pack. And the cutoff was 5 p.m. Brisbane time last Friday. Yep. It was about 2 Brisbane time in the afternoon, and Pryor came through with the goods. If you haven't seen that video, get your ass to Facebook and check it out. He goes desert hunting for desert sloth.
He literally... Dave. That was almost... I feel like we didn't do it justice. So,
no.
Pryor went desert hunting in the desert, as in he's in America, in the desert, legitimate desert. Okay, not even wearing covered-on shoes. I noticed in one of the clips, man. This guy is hardcore.
With cactus and shit everywhere.
And this guy, and he finds sloth, and what does he do? He destroys the sloth.
Ah!
He literally destroys the sloth in this video. It is amazing. If you want to see a video which destroys sloth with no actual cruelty to animals, right? With none at all, he still destroys sloth. You've got to go to facebook.com/livingoutrageously. We posted a link to it just the other day. Check out this video. It is hilarious, amazing. It's he tells his story. It's cool. It's a couple of minutes of awesomeness. If you do it, your life will be 30% better. This is instant gratification here. Instant gratification.
And Matt Kelly, a prize pack coming Pryor's way. We're currently compiling a few little treats for him. Yeah. Some of the treats, we have a monkey. It is a sloth slaying monkey, but not just any monkey. It's a monkey backpack.
It is indeed.
And so far, we've started to put some little treats in there. We've got, just let me open it.
Yep.
We've got the Dave Thompson highly recommended #1 choice coconut water, Cocabella, coming your way. And there's not really much room in the back of the backpack for anything else, but there's lots of treats going in there. Speaking of coconut water, Matt Kelly, I've got one myself.
Very good,
it's
Dave.
an appropriate time for perhaps to do some iTunes reviews or some Facebook shouts, and I will drink the coconut water.
Yeah, so listen, Prior was our last iTunes review, and we thank you for that, Prior. The 5-star reviews mean a lot to us.
Massive.
Like honestly, I can't stress enough how much value that adds just for us when someone goes and finds the podcast, right? It's a little bit scary. It's an intimidating podcast because what will happen is people will see it, they see the big explicit tag. We think that makes it mean awesome. Some people are like, oh, I'm not sure. If you've given it 5-star reviews, that gives people confidence, more people get on board, more people go on the Facebook page, we add more value to the entire community and everyone has fun. So listen, if you're enjoying the podcast and you haven't already, and so many of you have, and that's awesome, go to iTunes. If you feel so compelled, give us a 5-star review and write a little comment there saying that you like it. Or if you don't like it, just don't write a review.
Say that as well.
No, don't write a review. But just keep it all up in your head and just stew on it. And yeah, that's fine. No, No, you know what?
I'm pretty sure.
Even if you don't like it, write a review.
Yeah.
Even if you don't, because
yeah.
I feel like. I don't know. If you do that, it'll get it all out in the open, and we'll address it, and hopefully you'll feel better about it, and that helps us as well because we get that constructive criticism and feedback and stuff anyway. So you know what? Give us a review anyway, or give us a review and Facebook us, facebook.com/livingoutrageously, and email us individual email addresses now. Dave at livingoutrageously.com, Matt at livingoutrageously.com. Boom.
Matt Kelly, there's a few new people on the Facebook this week.
There is.
Amelia Stewart, Mark Orchard, my man, and his girlfriend Zandy Cat, Annette Morrison, Shane Mills, Dan Eels, another one of I'm not sure how to say the surname. It's Kim Gingerek. It's Mike, and they've got a big family there. They all watch the LOP. It's awesome.
That's awesome.
Eden, our good friend Eden jumped on board.
Eden's a legend. Yep. Legend. So, Matt Kelly, it's all happening. Very exciting times. Dude, can we just get down to the business? Before we do, one last point I want to make, Dave, and we've got some epic quick tips coming and everything else, but we're getting, what date is it now, Dave? It's just past, so it's mid-April. It's just past, we're in that middle part of April now. Remember we did a goal-setting episode at the end of Season 1, right? Season 1 finale, we did goal-setting. We had Eric Svensson here. If you got involved, okay, and you told us, and a few people did on the Facebook what your goals were for the month of April, guess what? Not a lot of time left. Not a lot of time. We're halfway through the month. Now is the time to take action with your goals for the month of April. If you don't, you're doing an injustice to yourself. If Eric's still keen, we're going to get Eric on to talk about his goals and how he went and the challenges that jumped in front of him and how he samurai'd them all the way through the month of April. So I'm excited about that at the end of the month. But listen, keep working on the goals, stay focused, stay hungry, and you know what? I think that today's episode, the content will actually help those people who've mapped out what they're trying to do and are going to make it happen. So I reckon we jump right into it, Dave, because excitement is the new productivity.
I love it. So Matt Kelly, now we all know that the Tim Ferriss 4-Hour Work Week would be my own personal Bible, perhaps your own personal Bible. Many people just love the book, right? They love it. They love the message. Ferriss says in the book, and well, maybe we should start somewhere else. It's been said that happiness is the new productivity. Now, I've been following the CEO of Mind Valley. They're an online publishing company based out of Malaysia. They do all sorts of online publishing in the personal growth industry. And their CEO, Vishen, that's his name, Vishen. Cool fella, boy. Cool fella. They've won awards for the world's best workplace, and they push the happiness message, right? If their employees are happy, then they'll be productive. Well, the LOP slant on this, and we debated this, it's slightly different, isn't it? It's not happiness, it's excitement. It sort of falls in line with the Tim Ferriss point of view, doesn't it? Now, Tim Ferriss in the 4-Hour Work Week said that, people ask, what is the meaning of life? What is the meaning of life? And it's a bit of a bullshit question, really, isn't it, Matt Kelly? Like, you can't...
There's no one answer. Ask Siri, okay? Ask Siri 5 times, and Siri will give you 5 different answers. You know what? Can I do an impromptu Siri?
Yeah, do it now. Do it now. Do it now.
Right, hold on, let me just unmute here. All right, you ready? What is the meaning of life?
That's easy. It's a philosophical question concerning the purpose and significance of life or existence in general.
Nice one, Siri. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Now, can I just say, I'm not going to do it 5 times, but Siri has got like 5 different answers for that question. And do you know why Siri has 5 different answers, Dave?
Why?
Well, you could probably guess, but my personal view is that there isn't one. There isn't one correct answer. There isn't one. Right?
No.
The end, right? Now, it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter what your spiritual beliefs are or anything else. Everyone has a view, right? Some people have views that they've thought about a lot more than others, but everyone has sort of some level of view, right? Tim Ferriss has a very specific view, doesn't he?
His view is that what we're not seeking happiness. We're seeking a state of excitement. And a state of excitement about our lives, Matt Kelly. You know that sort of feeling where... alright, perhaps a lot of people can relate to this. They're so pumped about that party they're going to on Saturday night. Yeah, like, there's going to be dancing and like Doritos and they're going to play pool and Twister and see all their friends and maybe if you're single, there's a chance to meet a lovely lady or a lovely man or both or whatever you're into. Or maybe it's a holiday, like you're so excited about
Absolutely.
like going to a tropical island and stuff like that. But what if that was the state that you lived in every single day, Matt Kelly? What if you woke up? There's a dude I know, and I can't remember his name. I just know of him. I know his story. He wakes up every single day, right? His history was he used to be a bum and an alcoholic, and he lived in the streets.
Sure.
He was really down on himself, got involved with personal development, LOP style stuff. Now his view is he wakes up at like 3:30 in the morning because he can't bear to sleep any longer.
Wow.
Swings his feet onto the ground, looks down, sees that his feet are above the ground, and goes, "Oh my God! I'm so happy my feet are above the ground!" And honestly, he does that every single day. And imagine if you were that excited. Yeah. How good would that be?
Imagine waking up like that. Every single challenge that presented itself that day, you would just samurai it over and over again, constantly.
Man, if you're waking up and being so grateful and excited about your feet being above the ground, a problem comes your way, you just feel like, bitch, please. Yeah. Like, are you serious? Like, I got more than this. So there's so much value in being excited and, like, first of all, the benefit. Anything the sloth throws at you, you can take. You can take absolutely. Oh, I mean,
you're just excited to be here, Dave.
I am, Matt Kelly. Let's tell a story. Go on. Personal story, and this clearly shows the message of today, which is that excitement is the new productivity. Let's turn back about 4 months. How excited were we to launch this podcast? I don't know about you, it was almost the highlight of my year last year.
Yep.
And I did a lot of cool shit last year. So it was right up there. It was pretty exciting for you?
It's been something that we've both wanted to do for a very long time, and then we just got to a point where we were like, why aren't we? We were both excited about the prospect of doing it. Why aren't we doing it? And we did it, and dude, I will never forget the few days in which we went from not having a podcast to having a number one podcast, and it was incredible. It was incredible. And honestly, probably the first 7 days, they were the toughest. Hey, there was so much work to be done. There was like the website and we did the first 3 episodes and getting the gear set up and the content. And Dave, we didn't even know if we were going to get a single viewer. We did not know if we were going to get a single viewer. Honestly, like we didn't have a marketing strategy. We didn't have we didn't have a network to just push it out to immediately. We didn't have any of that. We just went good content. people will come.
And the outcome is, we were so excited. The productivity in that first 7 days was phenomenal. Hey, phenomenal. How driven were we to do that, man?
Yeah, absolutely.
Amazingly, like you've just spent like the last 4 days moving your entire life to a new place, and you run in off the street in a dark hoodie, not to rob someone, but to podcast. Like, excitement about podcasting equals productivity. Here's the result. If you weren't excited, would have we got this productivity?
Oh, like, not a question. If we weren't excited, Dave, the sloth would have gotten in the way and we wouldn't have done it. And that's a big point here. If you are not stoked about what you're doing, if you are not absolutely excited about it, then the result, that will show in the results. That will show in what happens as a result of that action. If you're not excited, you might still take action, but it probably won't be the absolute A game, that supreme level of action required to achieve the results that you deserve.
Exactly. And I just want to say a little disclaimer here, Matt Kelly. Now, I don't know about you, but I know myself that I can take my own personal levels of excitement about this podcast to a new level. Like, I might be excited now, but I know there's another level. I know there's more. So, dude, the day I podcast from Mount freaking Everest is going to be the bomb schnizzle.
No, Dave, I was going to go a step further. So for me, it's the day that we podcast on stage at an event. Right? Together, on stage at an event. For me,
right,
that will be the A-game moment for me. That will be that supreme level of excitedness. Because you know what? For one of my personal... we've done a lot with this podcast, and we've achieved... so many of the initial goals that we'd set for ourselves, we've now accomplished. That's my next one.
Dude, we could make that happen next week, and you know that.
Oh, no, we could. No, yeah, it's not by lack of... It's just because we haven't done it yet more than anything. We've both been so busy with stuff that hasn't happened. It could happen tomorrow if we really wanted it to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, the value... So, excitement is the new productivity, and the sloth tries to steal your excitement at all corners. So, today, what we are attempting to do is we will give you 2 massive tools that will help you to get through that sloth when he comes and be in a permanent state of excitement. And we're going to go through it in just a second, but just a quick preview. The first is we're going to work out exactly what makes you totally stoked, so you got something to aim for, and then we're going to give you some rituals so that you can get in that state of excitement. Boom, 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 boom. Matt Kelly, excitement. We've got a new segment in the what part. So what is excitement? We're going to... Man, how's this? We should start a LOP dictionary of samurai.
I think we've actually already done that without even realizing, Dave. Because every episode, there's a new samurai definition.
But let's publish a book.
Let's create the LOP dictionary.
The LOP, the living
dictionary of the samurai.
The living outrageously dictionary of samurai.
Ooh, I like it. That could be a wiki or something where, people can go in there and edit it themselves, and, that could be powerful. I like it.
Man, how is that for legacy? What did you do in your life? Oh, I made up my own dictionary.
Of samurai. Yeah, that's awesome. I love it.
I love it. All right, so this is what we came up with as the definition of excitement. And, okay, so the LOP, Dictionary of Samurai, excitement. To be so totally stoked doing what you love doing that you will literally slay any sloth who dares steal your excitement.
That's what it means. I can't even elaborate on that. That is literally what it means.
And probably a little bit of a layer to that is that you are excited when you will do whatever it takes.
See, that's the big point here. Like, you want to get to the point where when you trigger that excited feeling, okay? Because let's face it, when you're super excited about something, and think about it like as a kid, you'd wake up at Christmas time or at Easter or whatever your selected holidays were, and you woke up in the morning and you were like, Like, do you remember that feeling, Dave, when you were really little and you jump out of bed and you like run to the Christmas tree or run to what your family was doing, and you're like, you remember that? Remember that excitement?
I do.
Imagine if someone just grabbed that excitement and stole it from you. Like, imagine how you would feel inside. It's like it is sucking it away from you.
Dude.
And you know what? That's how you should feel. If you're focused on something, if you really want something, and you can trigger that excitement, when that gets pulled away from you by the sloth, and the sloth presents itself in many forms, when that happens, you should be able to flick that switch, right? And go, no, I am not. You are not taking this feeling away from me. I need this excitement to proceed with what I want to proceed, and I'm going to take it back.
I love that. I love that, Matt Kelly. I'm really combative. Because, like, playing rugby for so long, it's like, it's a warrior sport. I'm like, bring it. And, like, to see man, excitement, it's so dear to me. Like, you want to take that from me?
It's the one feeling that you have, right? And there's probably a number of feelings like this. This is one of those key feelings that drives you to accomplish something, right? It's like, if I'm excited about something, I will do whatever it takes to maintain that feeling, okay? To get to to beat that next barrier, to make that next thing happen, so I get to the outcome that I'm so totally excited and like epically stoked about. I'm trying to use the epic, amazing, outrageous words, because that's what this is. This feeling is that those power words of this is what you really want. And I'm not talking about work. I'm not talking about any of that. It's about life. It's about, if I want that outcome, I've got to do certain things to make it happen. And I may not be excited about the things, but because I'm excited about the outcome, that's what drives it. So let's keep going, Dave. This is good.
Bam, Matt Kelly, you're on fire today.
Dave, I told you, I'm feeling it tonight. I've come here. It's been a long few days. I'm deliriously tired and whatever. And that is what happens. Like, it is action, because you know why? I'm excited about the podcast. I'm excited because a few people will see it and they might go like, wow, that was cool. Thank you. And to me, that makes all of this worthwhile. All of it. If you get one nugget of goodness, for me, that's what makes me excited.
Yep. I'm with you, Matt Kelly. I'm with you.
I'm moving around. I'm getting excited, Dave. This is it. This is it. This is what I was made to do. Awesome.
One nugget of excitement and a coconut water. That's what makes me excited.
There you go. That's all you need, Dave. That's all you need.
All right, let's get down to precisely. This is the living outrageously. Is it 4 steps? 4-step.
4 steps.
4-step system to excitementizing your life.
Ooh, I like it.
How's that?
Love it.
Let's go through. We'll go through each step, and then we'll do a few little personal examples just so you get the flavor, and you want to make this a really rich and full experience. Get all the senses working, and smell that success, Matt Kelly. I know you love to smell things.
Oh, who doesn't love smelling the success? I love the success.
Oh.
Can you smell it, Dave? Can you smell it?
Kind of smells like lamb roast.
Oh, geez, that's a good success. Wow, I'm smelling an air conditioning unit, but it still smells like success, and I'm loving it.
Dude, I can go for some air conditioning. It's hot.
Mate, like I said, I snuck into my parents' house, and I've got air conditioning down here, so it's amazing. I'm pretty happy with that.
All right. Let's stop talking gibberish and smack talk, because we could probably do that for hours.
We could, yes. Step 1, Dave. Let's jump right into it.
Step one. So, ask yourself this question. Go to nature. Demand the answer. What makes me totally stoked out of my brains? What makes me totally stoked out of my brains? Now, you notice I emphasize the word totally. Very important. Because we're not just talking about being stoked here. Not just like mini stoked. We're talking big stoked. Like, oh my god, man! Oh, I'm so happy.
This is like the ultimate. Like this is what you were made to do. Like, this is what you were made. These are the feelings you were made to feel. These are like this is what really drives you to do something, to finish something, to accomplish something. This is what makes you the happiest in your life.
This is like Matt Kelly, for me, this is like those great moments in your life where you achieve that epic win, or you just look around and you just go, damn, this could not get any better.
Yeah. Dave, you know those days where you're like doing something and like something good happens and then another good thing happens and like 3 or 4 good things happen and by the end of the day you're like, this was the best day of my life. Like,
Yes.
You know that feeling where you're like just excited because amazing stuff keeps happening? Man,
Yes.
that's what this is. That's that and this is about like prolonging that feeling. So what drives you to feel that? What drives you to feel that power of that being totally stoked? What's yours, Dave? Have you got one there ready to go?
I do, Matt Kelly, I do, and there's I feel totally stoked in a number of ways, but for me, a massive one is when I can put something out into the world, like when I can teach something, and someone takes that knowledge and does something with it, and gets the result that I said they would get.
Yep.
I'm just like, man, this is living, and it's why I've coached rugby for so many years. It's
why you're launching the boot camp, Dave, this weekend.
Why we're doing the boot camp. It's why we're doing the podcast. It's everything, man. There is no better feeling than saying to someone, "Are you there, Matt Kelly?"
I am here. Can you hear me? Or am I? Oh,
Yes,
hang on. I'm back. I'm back. Good. Test. Good. I'm
Yes.
back.
Okay. There is no better feeling, like in rugby coaching, there is no better feeling than going and showing the boys a drill on the Thursday and a little tactic, a little play, and just saying, all right, 5 minutes before half time, they're going to be tired. If we are 10 metres out from the line, use this play at that time. And then in the game, they use it and they score. I was like, man.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
I love that. Another time when I'm totally stoked out of my brains is when I have big groups of crazy, passionate, ambitious people around me.
Nice.
And, all right, why did I start the podcast? I want those people around me.
And it's happening.
And it is happening. And my excitement levels are going through the roof, Kelly.
Dave,
every single day.
Can I tell you something funny? Now, we didn't tell each other what the answers were for each one of these, so it's going to be interesting to see how they run in a parallel, because I made a couple of notes. I'm going to read them out exactly, okay?
This is you, is it?
This is
you.
mine.
So
Ready?
What makes you totally stoked out of your brains?
Building communities and giving people stuff. Adding value. That is literally what I've written. Building a community and giving people stuff, adding value. See, to me, right, if I can have work with people in an engaged environment where people are sort of working together to accomplish something bigger, that is what excites me. We've done it, think about when someone's come to us and said, I've done this because of watching the podcast. Wait,
dude. Let me interject here with a real life example from just a few days ago. When Pryor's video came through, I called you, said, man, someone just made a video. It was Pryor. And you were like, dude, I'm not going to watch it. You need to drive around here immediately and we'll watch it. I was like, this is so awesome. I haven't even seen the video yet. Drove around to Matt Kelly's house, ran into the podcast studio. I'm like, all right, let's play it. And then we both lost our shit on the spot. Amazing.
Yeah, Dave literally drove to my house to watch a YouTube video. It was the coolest. That is another big moment where we were like, this is awesome. We didn't even know what it was, but we've built it. We put something out there and someone's reacted to it. It might have been negative, and you know what, that's cool, we probably would have learned from it anyway. But at the end of the day, man, that was a powerful moment because we put something out there and someone reacted. So for me, it's building a community, okay? Now, the giving people stuff. Right now, that's content, right? That's just, because right now, there is no cost to this podcast. There is no nothing. We are literally giving people stuff, and a lot of people have come back and said that we're adding value. For me, that is the primary reason for being here. That is the primary reason. It's important. Listen, I've got a whole lot of reasons for this. I'm just learning from the whole experience. But I'll tell you what, if people weren't getting value, I guarantee you we wouldn't be into season 2 right now.
No.
And that's why I'm here right now, and that's why I'm doing it. And you know what? The craziest thing is I've got to a point where I'm like, okay, this is awesome. What else can I do? And we're now working on new projects. Just because the excitement is, and that's
snowballing, isn't it?
Man, it's amazing. I talked about it before. I'm literally now writing a book I plan on just putting out there because I'm having so much fun helping people and adding value. It's amazing, and that's what this is about for me. It's so funny that ours are so in parallel because we didn't talk about that at all.
Well, that's cool, Matt Kelly. And you know what? People might say to us, "Oh, well, you know, Dave, you and Matt are crazy mofos. Like, you got excited over a YouTube video," and I'll just be like, "Well, dude, like, you might think that's a small win. That's your filter on the world. Like, that's a big win for us. And there's only more coming. It means we're heading in the right direction. It means that someone cared enough to send us something." And dude, that's awesome.
That means more to me than almost anything. Like, if you care enough to create something, to create your art, and demonstrate that to us by sending it to us, that is so powerful. That says way more. You know what? That says more than, like, he could have flicked together a little Facebook comment, or he did the review as well on iTunes. He could have left it at that, and we still would have been excited. We still would have rung each other and been like, holy crap, did you see that video? Or did you see that comment or whatever? But the fact that he, like, got out the camera, went outside, probably had to drive somewhere, okay, to the middle of the freaking desert, right, to make a video, that is crazy. And then he went through the effort of editing it, uploading it, and giving it to us. Man, that means that we've done something to influence prior, and that is what excites us more than anything. More than anything. I think we've jabbered on enough, Dave. Question 2, step 2. Do you want to do it?
Yep. What are you not excited by?
Yeah.
And the reason that we ask this question is because it sort of ties... question 2 and 3 are sort of linked, aren't they?
They very much are. Yeah.
What are you not excited by? And then you find the answer. Are you excited by the outcome of what those things will lead to? And the reason that this is so important is because if you're not excited by the things that you have to do, and you're not excited by the outcome, do something else.
That's it.
But take the floor, Matt Kelly.
No, you go. But I can't leave that hanging. Go.
But if you are not excited by the things you're doing, but it's leading to an extraordinary, exciting outcome, my humble opinion would be proceed.
Proceed.
What are your thoughts on that, Matt Kelly?
Here's an example, Dave. I was not excited about moving house. I'll tell you what, I didn't really want to go through the process of moving. It's not that fun. Dave actually helped me out for the whole moving day where we were carrying furniture, doing all that. You know what? That's not the funnest thing to do in the world. And I'm sure 90% of people who've done it would probably agree with me. But I'll tell you what, the but right there is, if once I have moved, think about the outrageous, epic, crazy, like, adventures we can have in the new house. Like, I'm talking about all-night LOP brainstorming sessions, like, brand new podcasting studio, Master Chef challenges in the kitchen with all my friends. Like, are you kidding me? That is exciting. That has created new opportunities that are exciting. So you know what? That small bit of not being excited about moving is totally, like, outweighed by the, like, epic experiences I'm going to have once I'm in. So it's really easy for me to go, okay, and I'll tell you what, moving, it's not just one step. It sounds like, oh, but that says moving, like, who knows, like, whatever. When you move, if you haven't done it before, there are a series of steps you go through, and it can take a very long time. People get very stressed out. Like, this is something that causes fights in families. It's terrible, right? Moving is not a good experience, typically. But when you're that excited about the outcome, you just smash through each of them. I rang you the other day, Dave, after I'd had a pretty big day of doing things, and just said, man, I cannot believe how much productivity I've had today. Because when I went, okay, what do I have to do?
Oh, you did do that, didn't you?
Man, I wrote a list and literally smashed through more in a day than I've done in a long time. And it was because I needed to get every single thing done. And it was something that, you could spend a week doing the things that I did. Literally a week.
2 weeks, 3 weeks, but you're excited by the outcome.
So I just had to make it happen. It had to happen. I had to do it, and that was it. The end. Game over. And I'll tell you what, we're still like getting there. Like I said, the internet isn't hooked up yet, but you know what? It doesn't really, to me, that doesn't matter because we can still make it work. And hopefully by the next weekend or the weekend after, man, it will be like go time. We'll be doing Master Chef competitions. We'll be having epic brainstorms, and it will just be an awesome, awesome time. So that's what excited me, and that's what drove me to the outcome.
Exactly. I've got a very throw straight back at you, Matt Kelly. Personal example. Yep. I am super, super excited in 4 weeks and 3 days, I will be running the North Face 100, a 100-kilometre ultra marathon in the Blue Mountains in Sydney. Now, I'm super excited about that. And I've been training for that for many, many months now. Have I been that excited about having to train 8 to 10 times a week doing...
Going through the summer, Dave, right through the middle of summer in Brisbane, Australia, yeah.
Right through the summer, doing intervals like 4x400s, like full steam, absolute full steam, doing all this training. Have I been that excited about that? No. But have I been super pumped about the outcome? Dude, I'm losing my shit. I did a practice run the other day. I did 52 Ks. It was at the other episode. That's why I was sitting down. I'd just run for 7 hours. Was I pumped about running for 7 hours? Not as much. Not as much. My legs freaking cane, man. My feet, they were hurting. But is the outcome super exciting? Oh, shit, yeah. So there's another example.
Wow, that's epic. That's epic. I should set out for that, because I'll tell you what, with one of my goals is for the month of April was to run every day. And you know what? I haven't done it, Dave. I haven't done it every day. I've done it a bit, but the whole move, I let it get in the way, and I let the sloth get in the way with regards to that. So now that I've gotten past that hurdle, man, it's go time, because I've got goals to meet. I've got to make it happen.
We've got to reclaim our longest high five world record.
And that's the part that I'm excited about. And you know what? Without the training, literally without daily running, I can't do it. This is several kilometers we've got to run with our arms in the air to literally to high five in the middle and claim our record, set our world record. And I get asked about this all the time, about when we're going to come and take it back. It's got to happen. It's got to happen.
It does. So the big takeaway from these first 3 questions for people is, what are the situations and times in your life when you are so totally stoked out of your brains?
Yeah.
And we want to identify those so that we can... Well, clarity is power. Once you know what makes you totally stoked, then you can set the RAS, remember, reticular activating system, set the rocket launcher, the missile guidance system to aim for those things.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the big advantage there, is we know what to focus on. And remember, focus is everything. So the second part to this, and so once we know what we want to focus on, how do we get there? How do we reinforce this feeling of excitement and not let the sloth get in our way? Because let's face it, he's gonna get in our way. It's just the way he rolls.
Step 4, Dave. Step 4. Okay.
Step 4 is
ready. It's constantly remind yourself about how epically amazing your life will be when you've accomplished that thing that you are most excited about. This is we talked about rituals. This is using the energy and the excitement to smash through whatever it takes to get the outcome. So this is about, we've talked about, the vision and knowing what you actually want to accomplish, right? You have to do that. You have to really know what you want. Talk about ideal day, ideal life, all that stuff we've talked about in season 1. If you don't know what you're aiming for, you're not going to get there. And in this case, if you're not reminding yourself of where you want to go, you won't be excited about it, and therefore you probably won't make it. You probably won't.
Exactly. Rituals are absolutely huge. They are the absolute key. Yeah. The ritual puts you into the state of excitement. From the state of excitement, you take the action, you get the results. It's just the way it rolls. Yeah. Now, a couple of examples. So, the Americans and Canadians probably will not be familiar with Kerry Pothast and the Australian volleyball gold medalists from Sydney, okay? But needless to say, they came from nowhere to win the gold medal at those Olympics, and they did so through amazing rituals down to the finest degree that when you hear what they did, you'd be like, dude, that's pretty crazy. That's full on. But, all right, so you know what they did? First thing they did, they wanted the gold medal. They went and painted their freaking houses on the inside yellow. Dude, everywhere they looked, they had yellow. Everywhere. They went out and bought yellow pens. It's a blue pen, but they bought yellow pens. They started dressing in yellow clothing. Mate, everything
Yep.
was yellow.
Yep.
So as soon as they wake up, boom, yellow. Oh, damn. Why is everything yellow? Oh, that's right. I want to win a gold medal.
Yep.
And people would say to them, you guys are like going over to extremes. But, man, when there's yellow, when all you can see all freaking day is yellow, you're going to be focusing on the yellow, huh?
Oh, it's like, Dave, close your eyes. Blue, 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 blue. Look around. What do you see?
Blue.
Blue. Like, if all you think about is that, it will drive you towards it. It will be always in your head. You will always be excited about it. It will never slip your mind what your entire focus is. Right?
I've got another... sorry.
No, go, Dave, go, please.
I've got another one for you. I'm just getting too excited here because I love this example, Matt Kelly. So, rituals. All right. This is an extreme example and only for the hardcore. So, there is an ultramarathon runner called Brian McKenzie.
Yeah.
He has a website, a blog called I Am Unscared or unscared.com. Anyway, his whole philosophy is whatever challenge that life throws at him, whatever challenge he gets on these massive runs, so he's doing 100, 200, 250-kilometer races.
Wow.
He's unscared. You know what he did to remind himself that he is unscared? Got it tattooed on his knuckles. Unscared.
Wow.
Unscared. He got it tattooed on his knuckles. He's going to remind himself. So how can, if you don't want to do that if you don't want to go to that extreme, what sort of practical things can you do? Well, how about in your money clip that you carry, because let's face it, LOP are freaking high rollers who carry dollar bills, and you don't want no wallet, you want some pimp money clip.
That's the quick tip. Even if you've got $101 in your bank account, you take out $100, you get it in $250s or $100 bill, and you put it in a money clip. Because when you hold that money, you will feel loaded. That is surround yourself with the money, the cash, the whatever, and it will just bring more to you. So that was our old quick tip from last season, Dave.
It was, and I add to that. Put in a little laminated card of what you're trying to do, what your outcome is, so that you're seeing it every single day.
Absolutely.
Even that, Kelly, a great strategy that a lot of people do, visualization. Just spend, literally, you can do it in 2 minutes in the morning and 2 minutes in the afternoon. Wake up, spend 2 minutes going through the experience that you want to have some date in the future, yeah?
Yeah.
Do it in the morning, do it in the evening. You know what I do when I'm running? When I hit, so I think I don't know how long I'd been going for, but my legs were hurting.
Yeah.
I use this one all the time. So I'm running along, and whenever the sloth hits me, whenever I just get hit with like, oh damn, it
happens. It happens every time.
Man, you're running for 7 hours. Shit's going to hit you. So you're running, and I've got this vision in my head of, you know what? I know what the finish line at the North Face looks like. I know what it looks like. And I actually purposefully went out of my way to find out what it looks like. I have visualized myself running down that finish line, just doing these ones, fingers in the air, and just looking around and just taking it all in as like, yes, I conquered 100 kilometers.
Wow, that's powerful.
That's what I've got. And you know what I do when I'm running now in training? If I hit the wall, like, I'm going like this, and I'm just like, all right, get the arms up. And as soon as my arms go up, I'm just like, that's why I'm doing it.
Yeah, wow.
I'm doing it because I want that moment. And I breathe it all in, I feel the success, and I can just see how pumped I'm going to be to finish that race. I can just feel it, man. I just go like this, I'm like, boom, I'm there. It's like that, what's the Australian cyclist who won the Tour de France?
That's a good question, Dave. We're not very patriotic right now. Sorry.
No, I can't remember. Anyway, he did it. Well, it'll come to me. He did a great interview just after the Tour de France this year, and they said to him, so what was it like to come down the Champs-Élysées, which is the final finish line after the massive tour? What was it like to come down there in first place? And you know what he said to the reporter? He goes, it was actually surreal. I didn't know if it was actually happening because I'd replayed that event in my mind so many times that when it actually happened, I couldn't tell whether it was for real or whether it was happening in my mind.
Wow.
How crazy is that?
Yeah. That means he was super clear on what the experience was going to be as well. Through the whole training period, he knew exactly what that was going to feel like. That's awesome.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so, just a point there, if you're not clear on what the outcome is, go back to season 1, do the ideal day, do what your success looks like. Even better, get on the boot camp, and I will work one-on-one and I will help you to get super clear so that not only can you just have it down on paper, having it down on paper is good, but it's not everything because it's only intellectual. You want to get it in your body. You want to be like, seeing that finish line, whatever your finish line is, get on the freaking boot camp. We'll make that shit happen.
Awesome.
Matt Kelly, do we have...
Dave, there's one more point here. There's one more point.
Okay.
So, the viewers might be sitting back and going, that's all good, and yeah, sure, you guys are doing what you guys are doing, but, like, what happens when the people around me aren't excited about my dreams, my goals? Like, what if I don't have a good network around me to make it happen? And or what if, like, I don't have the money to do it, or I don't have the time to do it, or I want to do it, but I can't because of X. So these are things that, like, people constantly say. We all tell ourselves these things, right? We can't because, like, I wish, but blah blah blah, right? And every episode we're like, no, you cannot think like that. But you know what? It's gonna happen again. It's gonna happen again. So, like, what do you say, Dave? What do you say?
Well, if you're... And great question, Matt Kelly, because I get this all the time. Man. Where we are in Brisbane, there's a lot of senior citizens, hey? Like, no offense to senior citizens, but some of them are real go-getters, but it appears to me that in our area they're not. So the thing to identify is that you have the power. You have the control. Right? Did it take anyone else for me to just go like this and see the finish line? Does that rely on anyone else?
Absolutely not.
No. It requires a bit of courage on my part when I'm running on the track and I see other people, and if I go like this, they're going to be like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Because it's just natural. People don't want the rejection. But once you identify that those people who are judging you are just filled with sloth, and they're never going to finish 100K, man, I'm out on the track, and I chat to people, and you're just like, oh, yeah, how far are you running? And they're like, yeah, do it at 4.5K. Or they go like, yeah, I'm doing 6.5. I'm like, 6.5 hours? They're like, no, 6.5K. It's like, oh, dude, you're not even in the same league. Like,
it's okay to be doing that, by the way. But
absolutely. If that's your outrageous, please go and do it. But
from Dave Thompson's perspective, is he can't you can't go in there going like, oh man, I'm worried about what that person thinks. When you're playing a different game.
Man, you are playing the game of Samurai. They're playing the game of Sloth. They don't even know that the game of Samurai exists. Man, you're playing a different game. That's what it comes down to. So if there's people around you that aren't excited, here's a challenge, man. Here's a challenge. Be the source of excitement. See if you can crank shit up a little bit.
Get other people excited about what they should be getting excited about.
Here's a little test, Matt Kelly, for everyone out there. This week, who can you make excited? By your general excitedness, just being around, just being like, yeah, life is so awesome, and I'm doing this, and I'm doing this, and I'm just pumped to be alive, my feet above the ground. If you're bringing that sort of state, how is that going to affect someone else?
Yeah,
surely that's going to lift them up. And if they look at you and just go, you're a fucking idiot, well, man, they're going to...
It's fine. No, let them go.
It's cool. They're not ready to play this game. It reminds me, Matt Kelly, and this is sort of part of my quick tip. It reminds me of, on the weekend, the rugby team that I coach, we had a trial game, right? And we were playing a team that was very combative. They were very physical, very tough, very in-your-face, big hits. And at half-time, we were down. We were down by, 11 points. And I said to the boys, I was like, fellas, we're getting our asses handed to us here. they are literally playing a different game. And I said to the boys, you know what? Rugby is a physical game. You have to take the knocks. There will be knocks.
Yeah.
If you can't take the knocks, that's cool. Go play another sport. No prejudice, no judgment on my part. But if you can't stand the heat, go play something else. It applies just here. If you can't stand the heat of playing samurai, go play sloth. All I'm saying is, in my experience, in my life, I've played both, Matt Kelly. Samurai fucking rocks. It's hard. You get up in your grill. Sometimes, man, you're right up against it. But for those few moments when you finish that race and just go, man, like, this is living. Isn't that my favourite saying? How often do I say that? This is living. That's what we're after here, Matt Kelly.
Man, Dave, that is awesome. That was quite inspiring. Very good.
So pumped, man. I could talk about this shit all freaking day. You know what? I'm getting new business cards any day now, Matt Kelly. And you know what I'm putting on them? I changed my mind. I was gonna put something like make shit happen, or I make shit happen. You know what? I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna change it to this is no dress rehearsal, or life is no dress rehearsal, and then have living outrageously underneath. It isn't a dress rehearsal, man.
Yeah. Wow.
Dude.
Powerful, very powerful. And you know what? If you've watched this episode and you haven't identified what your point of excitement is, then you haven't really been listening. Because frankly, if you can sit here and watch the energy on Dave Thompson through the whole episode and not sit back and think about your own life just for a minute, then you're doing something wrong. You need to do that. You need to sit there and apply it to yourself. You know what, Dave, a lot of people listen to this show, okay? Only a percentage of those people will actually reach out to us. Now, I wonder what percentage of people are taking action. It's all good and well to learn the theory, to know about it, to learn the steps, to listen to them. But if you're not actually doing it and applying it, you're not going to get results.
Well, you might get results, but you're not going to get super awesome results.
Not samurai results.
Not samurai. Well, maybe a little bit of samurai results, because even the simple act of listening will integrate some of the concepts.
Sure, and the awareness and everything else, Dave.
Yeah. But I'm totally with you. Take it to another level with action. And Matt Kelly, I want to ask I'm just curious to know from your perspective. When I was going on like a crazy chook just then, getting excited about having my feet above the ground, did you sort of identify in yourself like, you know what? I actually get that excited about this and this and this. I'm just curious. Was that sort of your situation?
It's very easy to apply it to yourself when you see somebody else talking about what they're excited about. So it's impossible not to, frankly, because you're like, man, I want to have the feeling that person is having. And like I say, we know we all know what the feeling is like to be excited. We know how good that feeling is, right? So if you've got an opportunity to create that all the time, why wouldn't you? Why would you would? Of course you would. So let's do it. Let's everybody do it. Dave,
Matt Kelly.
Let's do some quick tips. Let's do some quick tips. I think this has been a long episode, Dave. So let's just quickly smash out a couple of quick tips here.
Yep.
I've got an easy one, a very easy one.
Good.
We're all content consumers. Okay, we all consume content from a variety of people every day, right? I challenge you that in the area of your expertise, to become a content creator. Okay, just to create some content, and it could be in any capacity. It could be to write an email to a friend. It could be to do a crafty status update on Facebook. Okay, it could be going a step further, like some of the LOP viewers. It could be to go and create a blog or a website and talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. But my personal feeling here is that when it comes to quality information, there cannot be too much of that. Google is a powerful tool. If you go online and you put down what you think or what you know and what's interesting to you, man, they will crawl that. It'll appear in their searches, and that will become valuable. That will become valuable to people. So just think about it. Just think about that. Think about what you're an expert in and how you can add value.
I think we're going to do a future episode on expert status, Matt Kelly, because let's do it. My quick tip is, if I think it's on Audible, maybe it's not, I don't know. Go out and get this book, The Element by Ken Robinson, How Finding Your Passion Changes Everything.
Yeah.
Amazing book. Go out and get it somehow. Ken Robinson, The Element. I think we even linked it up on our highly recommended at livingoutrageously.com. So check that out. Matt Kelly, there still is time for the boot camp. Starts April 21. Get involved, please. I want to add this excitement to your life. What are you doing? Come on. Join me for some good times, please.
Hey, Dave, I'm going to join the group. I'm going to get involved as well.
I love it.
It's going to be awesome. If listen. What are you so busy, people? What are you so busy doing in the next month that you can't set aside for really a few hours a week, like, or you know, a little bit more than that? It requires effort on your part. But what are you so busy doing, or that you would put this off? That you'd put off an opportunity to change your life. Frankly, the exercises that Dave's done have been done like to me so many times. And it's epic value. So I'm super excited, Dave, to jump on board this weekend. Let's do it.
All day, Matt Kelly, all day. So, if you want to check it out, livingoutrageously.com, hit the Breakthrough Bootcamp. Matt Kelly, we should just have a quick audible plug. We'll just say, let me just do it. Let me take care of this one.
Go on.
For your free audiobook trial and a free audiobook from us to you, audibletrial.com/LOP. Do it now.
That was pretty good, Dave. That was pretty good. I'll just add to that. There are 100,000 titles. You can download. You get a month's free trial, a book of your choice. Almost every book is available with 1 credit, which we're giving you for free. Go to audibletrial.com/LOP, as Dave just said, and you'll be awesome. And we appreciate it because it helps us, it helps the LOP, and everyone's happy when that happens. So do it, please. Thank you.
All right, Matt Kelly, is that about it?
Thank you, Pryor. Once again, I can't thank you enough. That was an amazing, amazing effort, and we are truly, truly grateful.
I love it, Matt Kelly. All right. So, from LOP, Dave Thompson Studios, with the monkey slaying Sloth, there's only one thing left to say, and that is, you won't let the Sloth win, will you? My name is Dave Thompson. That was Matt Kelly. We will catch you on the other side.
Peace out, everyone.